William Shakespeare is a big name in the world of literature and theatre. His plays have been enjoyed by audiences for hundreds of years, and his words have become a part of how we speak English. Born in Stratford-upon-Avon in 1564, Shakespeare came from humble beginnings to become the most famous playwright of his time. He was a genius at understanding people, exploring themes of love, ambition, betrayal, and revenge in his writing. Shakespeare's impact on our culture is huge. His plays are still performed all over the world, translated into many languages and adapted for movies, TV shows, and more. From the sad love story of Romeo and Juliet to the political drama of Hamlet, Shakespeare's plays are still as interesting and relevant today as they were long ago. His characters aren't just simple stereotypes, they feel like real people with their own motivations, flaws, and desires. Shakespeare's plays remind us that human experiences are timeless, exploring themes that go beyond culture and history. They remind us of the power of storytelling and the importance of asking big questions about what it means to be human. Shakespeare's plays are known for exploring themes that people from all times and cultures can relate to. Two of these themes, love and ambition, are often connected and drive the stories of his most famous tragedies. In Romeo and Juliet, love is shown as a powerful and overwhelming force that goes against reason and social rules. The young lovers, Romeo Montague and Juliet Capulet, are kept apart by an old rivalry between their families. Their love is instant and strong, but it's also doomed from the beginning. Ambition, another important theme in Shakespeare's tragedies, is front and center in Macbeth. The play follows the story of Macbeth, a Scottish general, as he becomes consumed by his desire for power. Through the interplay of love and ambition, Shakespeare shows us how complicated human motivation can be and the often tragic results of our choices. Shakespeare's plays explore the deepest parts of human nature, showing us both the good and the bad. Betrayal and the desire for power are recurring themes, often connected and driving the conflicts in his stories. In Othello, the main character, a brave Moorish general, is tricked by his trusted officer, Iago. Driven by envy and a thirst for revenge, Iago makes Othello doubt and become jealous, eventually leading him to kill his beloved wife, Desdemona. The theme of power and how it can corrupt people is central to many of Shakespeare's plays, including Macbeth and King Lear. In Macbeth, the main character's desire for power leads him to commit murder and become a tyrant, which ultimately destroys him. King Lear shows us what happens when power is given up unwisely, leading to chaos, betrayal, and tragedy. Shakespeare encourages us to strive for justice, compassion, and the responsible use of power. One of the things that makes Shakespeare so great is his ability to create unforgettable characters that still resonate with us today. From the tragic hero Hamlet to the manipulative Iago, Shakespeare's characters aren't just simple types, they feel like real people with their own motivations, flaws, and desires. Hamlet, Prince of Denmark, is perhaps Shakespeare's most famous and mysterious character. Haunted by the ghost of his dead father, Hamlet struggles with themes of revenge, justice, and the meaning of life and death. Lady Macbeth, the ambitious and ruthless wife of Macbeth, is another unforgettable character. Driven by her own desire for power, she encourages her husband's murderous ambitions, eventually going mad. Juliet, the young heroine of Romeo and Juliet, represents both the innocence and the strength of youth. Torn between her love for Romeo and what her family expects of her, Juliet shows remarkable courage and determination. Iago, the villain of Othello, is a master manipulator driven by jealousy and a desire for revenge. He is incredibly cunning and deceitful as he creates conflict and distrust. William Shakespeare lived and wrote during a time of big change in England known as the Elizabethan era. This era, which lasted from 1558 to 1603 during the reign of Queen Elizabeth I, was a time of political stability, economic growth, and a flourishing of arts and culture. The Elizabethan era had a big impact on Shakespeare's work, shaping his worldview and inspiring his creativity. Politically, the Elizabethan era was a time of relative peace and stability after many years of religious conflict. Queen Elizabeth I, a smart and practical ruler, successfully navigated the complicated religious and political landscape of her time. Her court became a place where artists, writers, and musicians could find support, creating a lively cultural scene. The Elizabethan era was also a time of significant economic growth and expansion. England's growing merchant class fueled trade and exploration, leading to the establishment of colonies in the New World. This period of economic prosperity and social change led to a renewed interest in the arts and learning. Shakespeare's plays reflect the energy and intellectual excitement of the Elizabethan era. Besides the compelling stories and unforgettable characters, Shakespeare's lasting appeal lies in the beauty and power of his language. His mastery of the English language, his innovative use of verse and prose, and his ability to create unforgettable imagery have made him one of the greatest writers in the English language. Shakespeare wrote mainly in blank verse, unrhymed iambic pentameter, which he used with a naturalness and flexibility that had never been seen before. His verse could be both poetic and conversational, able to express the deepest thoughts and the most personal emotions. Beyond his mastery of verse, Shakespeare was also a gifted prose writer. His prose passages, often used for comic relief or to show how ordinary people spoke, are characterized by their wit, energy, and vivid imagery. Shakespeare's ability to seamlessly blend verse and prose, high and low language, shows how versatile he was as a writer. His plays are full of vivid metaphors, similes, and personifications that bring his characters and settings to life. His images are often drawn from nature, reflecting his keen observation of the world around him. The lasting popularity of Shakespeare's plays can be seen in the countless ways they've been adapted over time and across different media. From stage productions to film interpretations, operas to ballets, Shakespeare's work has been reimagined and reinterpreted for centuries. Each generation discovers the power of Shakespeare's stories in new ways, finding fresh relevance in his exploration of universal themes. Stage productions of Shakespeare's plays have been a constant presence since they were first performed in Elizabethan England. Over the centuries, directors and actors have brought their own interpretations to these works, experimenting with staging, design, and acting styles. Film has been a particularly successful medium for Shakespearean adaptations. From Laurence Olivier's classic interpretations to Baz Luhrmann's visually stunning Romeo plus Juliet, filmmakers have found creative ways to bring Shakespeare's work to the big screen. These adaptations often introduce Shakespeare to new audiences, making his work accessible to more people. Studying William Shakespeare's works is a central part of education systems all over the world. From high school classrooms to university lecture halls, students engage with Shakespeare's plays, exploring their themes, analyzing their characters, and grappling with their complex language. Shakespeare's plays offer a rich tapestry of human experience, exploring themes of love, loss, ambition, betrayal, and redemption. By engaging with these universal themes, students develop their critical thinking skills, their emotional intelligence, and their understanding of how complex people are. Shakespeare's works provide a framework for exploring ethical dilemmas, moral ambiguities, and the challenges of navigating the complexities of life. Beyond their thematic richness, Shakespeare's plays are also celebrated for their brilliant use of language. By studying Shakespeare's language, students expand their vocabularies, enhance their understanding of grammar and syntax, and develop their appreciation for the beauty and power of language. Moreover, Shakespeare's plays provide a window into the history, culture, and society of Elizabethan England. Hundreds of years after his death, William Shakespeare is still a part of our world. His plays are still performed on stages all over the world. His words are quoted in everyday conversation, and his influence can be seen in countless works of literature, film, and theatre. Shakespeare is still relevant today because of his deep understanding of human nature, his ability to capture the complexities of love, loss, ambition, and revenge, and his lasting legacy of language and storytelling. In a time often characterized by rapid technological advancement and trends that come and go, Shakespeare's works offer a sense of continuity and connection to the past. His plays remind us of the lasting power of storytelling, the timelessness of human experience, and the importance of asking big questions about what it means to be human. Shakespeare's characters, with their flaws, their passions, and their struggles, still resonate with audiences across cultures and generations. His works have inspired countless artists, musicians, and filmmakers. His words have been quoted by politicians and activists, and his plays have been adapted to address contemporary social and political issues. Shakespeare's enduring relevance is a testament to the power of great art to transcend time and to speak to the very core of what it means to be human.